This humble one's name is Guangmou. Should my demise come by your hands, please pass this message to my master. Searching for deity, mortals do aspire. Craving immortality, Yao Guais surely will conspire!
Fucking squad of a bitch.
Boys, greet our visitors.
Bitch-ass bitch. Yeah, I'm dead.
All's in vain. Save your own effort.
Legit don't care. Legit don't care.
Keep him meditating! My master is possession obsessed. You are just like him. Guangmou. Guangmou. I remember now. Evil monks abetted Elder Jincha to burn the great sage and tongue monk alive. That's these two. I thought they were already turned into ashes by that fire. Who would have thought they had turned into Yao Guais?
So, the bitch ass snake. The moment I learned, basically because they had this cutscene that was like, oh, this is interesting. Huh? it's really peculiar how this guy is doing poetry before a fight. But hey, it's Chinese. Immediately does attack the moment they're done with their poetry and says possession obsessed. And it's like, you bitch!
You bastard!
And
Immediate attack after poetry is finished.
Yeah, and they ended up killing me because I wasn't used to their fucking style and path.
I have an ominous.
You've been duped!
Yeah.
After the bell
And now
rang,
you
it
are
seems
dead.
as though the
Try
resentment
again.
in the depths of the mountain has grown. Ah, forget it.
And then possibly this time come
Overthinking
back with
won't help. Your
Exterminatus.
presence has already made a mess in the mountain.
Let's see.
Why not go ahead? Take them out once and for all.
Yeah, it's like the first time I fought the first boss of this game. Oh yeah, it fucking he made me a smear on the floor. The second time, since I understood its like super deadly attack, that's what wiped me out.
Ah.
Yeah, I couldn't avoid some of its attacks because while I am good at these types of games, I'm not good enough to be able to dodge attacks consistently.
Sure.
So I was able to defeat it more or less simply. This guy, I just fucking stayed on his ass the entire time. Fine. And I was constantly freezing him with the spell. I was staying on his ass because it's like, you motherfucker, I'm not letting you get away. Or summon your fucking cowardly little danger noodles from the floor. So yes, the second time, he did like 1/5 of my health in damage, and that's because he got poison off on me once.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm vibing with this game.
Nice.
Like, I just find it sort of funny because Sun Wukong, the original, you aren't playing as him. He's dead.
He's dead. He's just dead.
Like, in the very beginning, you get to play as him and you get to see what it's like to basically be at the max power of this game. You don't have health, though.
Oh.
Like, as in infinite health. And it's like, I find it kind of funny because I have read Journey to the West. And the whole thing about Journey to the West is teaching Sun Wukong, a very arrogant monkey who likes fighting, fucking modesty. Like, humility, modesty, and perseverance. That's what the story is about. So, at the end of the story, he chooses to not even to join, to give up, like, he achieves Buddhahood, which is, like, what cultivation is really all about, but he gives up immortality. He doesn't care for it, because he found what it means to really be alive and be mortal.
Okay.
So he doesn't join, the mortals, he doesn't join Buddha. Instead, he just chooses to be immortal and live amongst his kind. And this game takes place after that, after the end of this journey to the West. That's where Wukong, Sun Wukong, basically rejoins his kind, to live as a mortal amongst his people. And live a life with them. And he gets fucking killed by the fucking immortals because they can't understand why he give up immortality, because it's basically greed. He chose up to give up greed. They couldn't understand that.
They can't process this fact.
So he gets killed, and you're taking place as the Destined One, basically someone who's a splitting image of Wukong, but not him exactly. And you have to fight and you're basically trying to reclaim your species. Like, get revenge for Wukong because the immortals couldn't understand. And I find it even more funny because The reason why Wukong died was Wukong has a golden crown on him. Do you know about it? Basically, have you seen like how he has like this weird sort of like headpiece on him in like depiction, all forms of art depictions on him?
Yeah,
And it's like gold and it's fucking gaudy.
Yeah.
It's bound to him. He cannot take it off. It's like cursed. And it basically was put on him by Buddha to basically force him to learn humility. So whenever he acts arrogantly, it fucking punishes him by giving him a fucking splitting, extremely painful headache, essentially.
Oh, that almost sounds like the butcher's nails, except less violent.
It essentially is.
Except without the need for constantly murdering everything.
Yeah. So basically, that happened during like at the near end of his fight because he became slightly arrogant, and then because that happened in the middle of a fight, he fucking got murked by an immortal.
Oops. Oops.
Yeah.
The migraine kicked in and it kicked him in the ass.
But
Oh no.
as someone who has read the fucking in Journey to the West, it's really interesting seeing all these actual bits of like seeing the actual story and seeing like this is taking place after it. It's not a revision or like a retelling.
Yeah.
It takes place after the story and shows sort of like, yeah, greed is what you're really fighting against. Those who don't understand giving up greed. Also, my computer can't handle this game. I have to play on the lowest settings, but it still looks really good.
Let's see. Yeah.
It just looks a bit weird.
It looks a little weird, but it's not like bad, and that's about what I experience every single game I play.
Yeah.
Jesus fuck, it is very graphical.
Oh yeah, and
They went full send into the texture bin.
settings.
I
And yes, I am using a controller.
mean, I can't fault you for that. I'm not gonna knock you for that.
Yeah.
I
So
hate
it's-
controllers personally, but
Well, with games like with Souls-like games, or games that are designed
True.
with controllers in mind, not using
That's-
a controller is often worse.
it just makes the experience worse. Yeah, I've heard that. I remember that from Dark Souls, because I sucked at Dark Souls on controller. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. Tries keyboard and mouse. It's like,
And it's even worse.
oh, it got so much worse.
Yeah.
And then, of course, all the YouTubers I watched who were playing Bloodborne and I still want to play Bloodborne. It's just Sony's an ass and has it
Oh,
locked
yeah.
under their thumb. Someone tried doing it on keyboard and mouse, and they got their shit run.
Yeah. So
And they're like, I have just ruined the experience.
So basically, the entire time I was doing this... Oh, also this is really cool because you know how... Have you seen any of For Honor? Like,
Yes,
sort of
I have.
like how you do like the
I've
whole
seen
stances
some
and so on it?
Yeah, I've seen some of those that when it's. What the
You have stances in this. And
What the fuck are you doing? Oh,
heavy
Jesus.
attack. So that's...
So it's basically just stand on stick.
Well,
Bring
with that
stick
one.
down on head.
Then I have this one. Which is a closer
Ooh.
range one.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is also level based.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I put so many fucking into stance. It's not even funny. But yeah, this is my equipment. Because I just started the game.
A robe, a stick, a
The
headpiece.
pilgrim's armor, the very beginning willow wood staff, and this guy, because I like the fact that it increases my defense. Also
I mean, you
because-
can't really argue with defense.
Not what I meant to do. Also because of this.
Ah.
And it allowed me to do so much damage to that fuckwad. But yeah, I can cultivate sparks, craft armor. Did they have new armor? No. I can travel, I can rest. It's very similar to... It's a very basic Souls-like, but it's very actual Chinese themed. I mean, like, for the very beginning, I had the speech on actual Chinese, and I was getting a mild headache trying to fight, read, and hear the Chinese and trying to remember what it means. Because
Overload brain.
the last time I actually bothered with Chinese was, like, back when I was in Colorado, about, like, 2 grades before middle school.
Wow, so long time ago.
Yeah. And it's a very, tonal and breathy language. But it's
Okay.
mostly about tonal fluctuations.
Okay. I've heard it.
That's the same.
I've
That sounds like the same word, yes? That's
A
an
little
entire
bit, yes.
sentence.
Okay, my brain's now just going to go hide in a box and close the lid.
Yeah.
I've
I'm
heard it
vibing
spoken
with this
before,
game.
and I am trying to figure out how people do that. It's like, how the fuck?
Yeah.
My brain has a hard time comprehending normal speech. You think I can do Chinese? Fuck no.
Yeah. I just wanted to... Like, I'm actually vibing with it. I've gone through the first 3 bosses already.
Nice.
Ugh. Like, when I saw it and how they basically went like, nah, no DEI. That got my
No
interest. Then it's like I see more and more of the stuff, and it's like, intriguing. In fact, the fact that it was like anti-DEI is what brought it onto my radar to begin with.
Okay, that's fair.
Because it's made by a Chinese company